Puhutaanko suomeksi vai englanniksi?
Englanniksi mieluiten, jos...
Like we did on the 25th of December. Cool, calm and collected, and at the same time determined. In other words, we'll use the Finnish model. We get in contact with the vessel in question, we interrogate, and then we move it to Finnish waters. And then we actually find out what has happened, whether it was a mistake or not. Well, I mean, it completely depends on the situation. For instance, in Finland, we have something called an environmental emergency law. So if it is led to believe that an environmental emergency takes place, then we can do that. But I think the key basically is to try to survey the situation to make sure that this doesn't happen around critical infrastructure. And that's what we were here to figure out and to do together with our allies. Well, we're only a couple of hours into the information that we got, so I think it's too early to say, but I guess the conclusion that we can draw is that get used to the new normal. These kinds of things will happen in the future as well. And the good news here, of course, is that when it happened a year ago, the ship left the Baltic Sea. When it happened a month and a half ago, we were able to board but not to confiscate. When it happened 2 weeks ago, we confiscated. So we live and learn.
Well, I do believe that those incidents were attacking not so much the Baltic countries, but I think those incidents were against NATO and the EU as such. Let's face it, we can't rule out the repetition of any kind of such attacks, and that's why we are discussing today what should be the proper response and proper coordination from the legal point of view, from the military point of view, from the information sharing point of view, and also from the point of view of introducing the new technologies, AI and other tools that we have, and also to urge private companies to be also more part of protection of the infrastructure.
Everybody in the NATO planning stages have been very... The question probably who did what and why, it will be answered in investigation, but our main critical thing we are dealing right now is that ability to repair it very rapidly, so economy and society will not be influenced by that. This new vigilance activity up and running on Baltic Seas. I would hope that incidents will decrease, but I'm not optimist in my job. So I would say that bad seamanship or bad intent is always there.